this session, team building on social media. So many people find this really icky, and it doesn't have to be. And I want to show you how you can grow your team, build your audience, and fill the world with joy without it feeling gross, and without it feeling blur when you're talking about your recruiting opportunity. Recruiting, team building can feel icky for so many different reasons. Whether it's that you don't like talking about the money side of it, you feel like you're pushy, you feel like it's something that your audience don't want to know about. You can feel like you're building your team for your own reasons and you shouldn't be putting that out on social media. You feel like you're going to be one of those really spammy network marketers that make you cringe when you you get an inbox message with them. You've never heard of them before. They've randomly added you as a friend and they think you'd be amazing on their team. Oh, ugh. It just fills us with ick. And what we don't want to do is be that person. So it stops us sometimes from putting it out there as much as we could. So I want to talk to you a little bit about how you can develop your skills when it comes to your social media regarding talking about recruiting and how you can actively find new people on the platform, how you can nurture those people to want to join your team so that they come to you and ask you, so that you can start conversations with them about it. Without that, join my team. You'd be amazing at this. Oh, cringiness that just happens so often in this industry. Tell me. I'd love to know. And feel free to put this in the comments. Have you had that where you've been inboxed by a stranger or a random connection? Or even a really good friend who is doing the whole copy paste as many people as possible this message to join the team. I probably get them on a weekly, if not daily basis. And it's so old-fashioned now to do this that it just doesn't work the same as it used to. You've also got to have balls of steel to be able to do it because you just get so much rejection. And it's not something I could ever do. When I was in direct sales myself, and even now when I am talking to people about my paid offers, I cannot drop into people's inboxes and just go, hey, I have this thing. Do you want to come and buy it? Without any sort of connection or reason to do so. It feels awful. Recruiting is no different from a sale. Recruiting somebody should be you helping them. It should be you supporting them. It should be you giving them something that they want, something that's going to be amazing for them. It shouldn't be this join my team for me. I want you to help me do this thing. Sales is the same. It should be giving, it should be serving your audience, it should be creating a desire to do it, it should be building that relationship to find out what they want, what they need, what they desire, so that you can offer them the right things for them at the right time. So when it comes to joining, it's just the same. So the opportunity that you have for people to join is just another solution to a problem. And when we start to flip it round in our heads, switch it round and think, oh, actually, all I'm doing when I'm selling this certain product or this certain service is helping that person. If all I'm doing is exactly the same when it comes to joining, I'm helping them with something, I'm getting them something that they need, it shouldn't be icky. It shouldn't be icky at all. However, there's some rules how you can make it not icky, okay? So first of all, we have to think about the difference between advertising and marketing, right? So advertising is that whole, I have a business opportunity. It costs this much to join. You get this much kit free, or this, £200 worth of kit for £49 or whatever it is. Work when you want, no deliveries, no targets, no ongoing costs, blah, blah. That's an advert, right? The adverts only work if you are plastering them everywhere. They are not really targeted at anyone in particular. You know, you've not thought about the problem that you're solving or anything like that. You're just sticking it out there. And they're great to stick on those work from home groups where there's thousands of people doing the same thing. They're great for little posters around your village or something to put up to remind people that you've got this offer that's great to join because, you know, these things work. However, if you want to use marketing, if you want people to come to you, if you want people to be excited about it, if you want to build relationships and offer this out to people, or have that stream of people coming to you who are hot leads, who are interested, who are not going to waste your time, you need that marketing side, which is that building of relationships. It's the journey they go on with you to make informed decisions. It's you creating a desire, solving a problem. It's all those things. So advertising is that whole join my team. It costs this. Marketing is that attracting, that building of connection and helping and supporting people. So I teach marketing. I don't teach advertising. If you want it to be less icky when it comes to recruiting, we need to market. Okay, and we need to market in a way that feels good to us. There are lots of unethical ways of marketing, which I don't teach either. We're not going to even touch on those. But what we're going to talk about is the journey that your marketing takes your potential teamies on. All right, because this is the bit that is hugely beneficial if you're wanting to grow your team through social media. Okay. So first of all, we've got to look at the sales journey. So the sales journey is basically you meet people, you build relationships with them, you build the like, know, and trust, and then you offer them the things that they most need, want, or desire. Okay, really quite simple. So what happens is on social media, and everywhere else, to be honest, is people are trying to meet people. You're trying to meet people out there, but you don't know how to meet people without it being icky. You don't know where to meet people. The building of relationships bit and building that like, know, and trust. You're too afraid to put yourself out there. You're too afraid to build that relationship with them. You're too afraid to put your knowledge out there, your expertise, your why, your story, your passion. You're too afraid to get it out there enough for fear of upsetting somebody who might not want to know, through fear of what people might think. I'm generalizing here. Some of you on here will not be like that. You won't have those same fears because you've gone past that now. I was like this. I've gone past that now. I've built my confidence. I've learned how to do it my way. And then the offers, you're too afraid to offer it. You're too afraid to go out there and say, look, this thing will massively help you. What do you think? Would you like to give it a go? You're too afraid to approach somebody that you know is struggling, that you know that you can help because you're afraid. And this is totally normal, totally normal. The majority of people in this industry have problems at each or one of these points. And I want you to look at your business right now. Where are you stuck? Where is it that you are having those struggles? Is it the meeting people, meeting the right people to have the conversations and build the relationships around your business and around joining? And then, or are you afraid of the offers? Or is it all three? Tell me, because I can put you into the right training. I can show you where you can get the right training for this. Okay. So when it comes to social media, what a lot of people are doing is they're putting the stuff out there, but there's been no building of the like, know, and trust, no building of the understanding of what it's all about. There's been no relationship building. There's been no connection. There's been none of that none of that like, know, and trust building. So what people do is, and I've seen it and I get it every week, add friend, add suggested friend. Okay, I've added this suggested friend. I'm going to drop into their inbox and say hello. And then 2 days later, I'm going to drop in. You'd be great on my team. Have you ever thought about this business opportunity? Would you like to watch this video? Oh, bless. Oh, bless. Honestly, it doesn't work. Not anymore. Or it might work for 1 in 100 people. So we need to find a better way of doing this. And the better way of doing this is building the relationship. So meeting the people by adding value through your socials, by showcasing who you are, by helping people, by putting on things like this, where you talk about your journey, or you talk about your why, or you tell people the benefits of joining something, like a little opportunity live on your profile or your Facebook group or whatever, your Instagram account. You start to make people really aware of what you do, why you do it, why you love it. And you start doing that somewhere public. You start talking about the difference you're making to people. You start talking about what difference this industry has made to you. You start talking about what you've maybe spent some commission on, or where you've gone with the team, or whether you've been to a big conference or not, what fun you've had at certain training sessions, whether you've been for coffee with a teammate, whether you've done a home party and you've taken photos and you're getting really excited about it. All these things create interest and intrigue with your current following and your potential following. So you're putting this stuff out there, you're engaging with other people in the online world. Social media is social. Be social on it, because just posting, it's a long game. You want to be being social with those people who are interacting with you. Interact with people who are in your communities on social media, who are also posting on social media, those ideal teamies, those ideal clients that you can have those conversations with, just on socials about social things, to build those connections, to build that visibility. And as you're doing that, you're building the like, know, and trust with your audience. You're connecting with them. You're asking questions, creating conversations, to then be able to think, well, okay, so this person on my socials today, they're on their profile talking about the fact that they've been in hospital for a few weeks and don't think they can go back to work. Or this person whose dog's really poorly and they've got a big vet bill coming. Or this person who's obviously feeling lonely and needs something to do. Or they hate their job. Or they've dropped it into conversation that they absolutely love the products. These are the times when you can then have genuine conversations with these people. You know, look, I've seen you really poorly. I'm really sorry to hear that. But, you know, there might be this option for you. You know, if you can't go back to work when you're feeling a bit better, let's have a conversation about you doing what I do, because I think it will help you with X, Y, and Z. Tide you over, little gap, you know, little gap while you're getting yourself back up and running, something to do from home. You know, oh, see, you've got a problem with your dog. Really sorry to hear that. You know, I've got something that might help you raise some funds to help for that surgery. You can only do this with authenticity and integrity if you've built the relationship up first. If I put something up on my socials about, I don't know, me losing my business, or me needing some money for something, or anything at all, I'll give you an example. I was doing a live on Instagram, and I was talking about selling, and somebody on that feed tried to sell me their products through my live. I don't know who they are. I don't know if I can trust them. They could be anybody at all. They've not built a relationship up with me. You wouldn't do that in the normal world. You'd build a relationship, you'd build a connection. You wouldn't go, well, some of you might go straight up to people in the street and go, hey, come and buy my stuff. To do that takes guts and no fear of rejection whatsoever. None whatsoever, which I haven't got, and it's not what I teach. So when we're looking at offering things to people, you've got to offer it with authenticity and integrity. You've got to have built that relationship up first. And the more you're visible on social media, and the more you're connecting with your audience around the problems that you solve, the desires, the things that you've got, the excitement around your business and what you do and why you do it, the more conversations you can create with your audience around this, the more chances you will have to offer it to people. And this is where the majority of people are going wrong when it comes to recruiting on social media. They're not doing those things. So think about your customers, your audience, your potential audience on social media. Are you meeting enough people? Are you creating enough opportunities for conversations? Are you building that relationship up enough? Because if you're not, that's probably the reason why you're not effectively recruiting on social media. I have loads of training on this. I have a free download, 104 post ideas, to attract your ideal teamie. I will give you that in the comments and in the show notes. I will give you also access to a it's like recruiting no-nos. It's a PDF document that you can have that I will put a link to so you can all download it and keep it. It's just some tips on things not to do, but what to do instead. And then I will also share a link with you that has access to my Success Seekers Academy. So it's £9 a month. There's training on recruiting, on selling, on social media and how to use your socials. There's training on there about all sorts of things. And if you join before the 12th of March, you can have a masterclass with me. I think it's at 1 p.m. on the 12th of March. It is having sales conversations. So we're going to talk about how you actually have those conversations with people, what to say, how to say it, how to close the sale. That's what we will be doing. And like I said, sales is just the same as recruiting. It's just the same. So it will apply to that as well. But you've got to get in before the 12th to come in live. It will be on replay for 30 days after that. So until about the 12th of April, you'll be able to have access to it if you join later. And it's literally £9 a month. You can get a full course, which will show you how to get from naught to four figures in however long. And there's a lovely community as well. So that's the Success Seekers Academy. I'll pop the link below. But thank you very much for listening to me today. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please do comment, give me a follow, and look out for next week's session. I will see you all soon. Bye.